All of it, David. First things first, David. Can the Bills beat the Jaguars or not? I just need to know. I just need to know. Stressing. I'm stressing as a Bills fan. If the Bills can actually beat the Jaguars.
They're going to beat them.
All right. And then the second thing, when you told me yesterday that Trump said we're just going to send big oil in there,
Yeah.
I thought you were like, I mean, I know like you don't joke like really ever about like the shit we talk about on the show is like we always like at the
No,
end of like, I'm
no,
kidding, but like
yeah,
blah,
he
blah. He
literally, yeah.
literally said our oil companies will start making money day one. Gas better be like 39 cents if I'm starting
That's
war.
dude. That I shit you not. That was one of my tweets because I said if this is America first, you invaded a country for its oil. Admittedly, openly, like you literally said, we're sending the oil companies. Dude, if gas isn't cut in half, then it's not America first. It's
No, it's oil
corporation.
companies.
It's corporation
Yeah,
first.
yeah.
Dude, you just gave them the largest, literally
Reserve.
in the world, the largest oil reserve in the world was in Venezuela. We invaded them. We openly said, Donald Trump said, we're sending in the gas companies, the oil and gas companies. They're going there. We're taking the oil. Donald Trump was on record, which, by the way, I don't even disagree with him. He was on record after the 20-year monstrosity of regime changes in the Middle East. And he said the biggest mistake was not keeping the oil.
Oh, you're saying like, right.
Yes.
You're saying like in all these other conflicts, that's what he's always said is like, look, if you're gonna go over there, at least go for the oil.
And to be fair, he's correct. Like historically, you went to war for land and resources.
So here's the thing: was this a point on the pod? Did I jump the gun good here? Um, the question is, I think this was a Tucker clip, and he actually said like a pretty substantial thing that like is kind of dope, but not dope because we're living in the fall of modern Rome, right? And he said it's the end of the Republic era and it's the beginning of the Imperial era, like the Empire era. Like, are we literally in just Empire mode now? We whopped Venezuela, dude. You got it. Who else is like waiting to get bombed and kidnapped?
Well, we already know Iran is in the works. They've been saying all this openly. Like,
Dude, will he just do that to everybody? He'll just bomb and kidnap everybody. Did Venezuela? What was the relations with Venezuela before we just started smoking their?
You mean pre-Trump? I don't think
Yeah,
Venezuela and the United States has had a particularly good relationship. I don't think it's been a adversarial relationship necessarily. I do
not
know.
enough to assassinate. Like
Yeah, and I know people
almost
are going to
basically assassinate the president.
people are going to say they're sending the drugs here from Venezuela. Dude, let's go back to the Middle East. We, the United States, took over the Middle East. Like we were going through regime change, country through country through country because of 9/11, of course. Except in Saudi Arabia where the terrorists were from.
Dude, there's
And
no way 9/11 was not an inside job.
and
There's
and
no way. There's no way.
and we occupied Afghanistan literally for most of my life.
There's no way.
Most of my life, we occupied Afghanistan.
See, in
Uh,
Venezuela, no
and
way 9/11's an inside job.
and they have massive heroin supply in Afghanistan, and we quite literally protected their heroin supply. But I'm supposed to believe we went in and we bombed Venezuela for because they were importing cocaine.
Oil. And then he says we're going to seize the oil. First thing, we're going to not stop the drug flow, right? I'm sure drugs weren't mentioned in the press conference that I didn't listen to because
No,
I don't even trust
because
any.
of course when you naturally, Ryan, when you capture their leader, of course all the entire cartel now stops because Maduro's been arrested. Is that what we're supposed to believe?
Are they going to release a raid video at least? I better like see some shit.
Well, they had the well, I don't think they have the actual raid that's been released, but they literally had that there was like this hype up video. This is a thing the Trump administration does, by the way. They do these like weird social media hype videos, and
Of
the
them about to
agents,
go fuck people up.
yeah, and the agents are literally like just bumping Chief Keef. It's weird. It was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, I laughed. But like they do the ice ones. I'm not gonna lie.
Bad boys, bad boys.
I don't. Let me be clear. I'm 100% on board with ICE just going apeshit and completely taking people off the streets and deporting them if they're not supposed to be here. That's literally what ICE is for. Something about videotaping it, putting it on social media as hype videos, is well, it's the ick, Ryan. It's the ick. Were we doing the ick list, right? Is that what it was
Found it
called?
the other. Found
Uh,
it the other day. Actually.
I think that gives me ick. It's. I don't know if I need. I don't know if I need social media hype edits. I just need you to do it. And by the way, I probably need you to do it at a better pace than you're currently doing it. I think some of the estimates I saw were somewhere in the 500,000 people this year were deported. I'm sorry, in 2025.
500,000.
500,000. It sounds like a lot, but when you consider the fact that there's an estimated 20 plus million here, 500,000, you need a lot of years to knock that 20 million down. I don't have that kind of time. I don't got 40 years. We need to bump this shit up. Those are rookie numbers. I need 5
You need to jerk
million.
off three times a day.
This might be crazy. I need 5 million people deported a year because we have to get this down. Like we can't have 20 million people illegally here.
The whole thing's whack. But yeah, I seen that. Yeah, it was Tucker Carlson, and literally, we're gonna send the oil in. Literally sent the oil in.
Yeah, no, that wasn't. I wasn't like exaggerating, or I wasn't like that. Literally was what he said he was doing.
Zero credibility. I voted for Hitler. Well, not really, because he's not going after the Jews. He's a Jew defender. So who'd I vote for?
Yeah, no,
FDR.
Netanyahu. You voted for Netanyahu.
Voted for Netanyahu. Got me again.
God damn it! They'll trick you. They'll get you.
Super bad at intelligence. Just
Those tricky Jews.
get voted.
Ryan, today on the show, we're going to talk.
I'm sad about the Bills, David.
Why are you sad about the Bills? No,
I feel like they lost our Trevor. I know nothing about the Jags.
All right,
They've just been scorching offenses.
They have. They're very good. Trevor Lawrence is a very good quarterback, but Josh Allen is a different animal. He's already the best quarterback in the league, and then he hits the playoffs, and it's a different animal.
You think he holds it in the can?
I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's weird because you can watch it happen like during a game. Like,
yeah. It's like he goes Super Saiyan, like
will
Goku.
Be useless for literally half the game. Like, they will do nothing, and then it'll be like, oh, we're down 3 scores. We should probably try now. It's the weirdest. I don't know why that's how we choose to do it. No,
yeah. Does he like wait?
I don't know.
Does he not? He's
do you think
like
he's still
got
giving himself a challenge?
feeling.
He's like bored. He's like, fuck, I can't just blow everybody out by 40 points. This is crazy. I legitimately.
Is that what Gretzky felt like? They ever play right-handed now and just still drop 100 on
had to be bored playing. If you look at like the statistics, if you look at Wayne Gretzky statistics, they're cartoonish. They're not even video game figure. Like, they're more than video game numbers. They're asinine.
Why was he so good, Dave? He's just
doing like he was just that good. Like, here's the thing.
It's crazy.
I think Gretzky is actually the only GOAT. Like, because he was
really?
he was literally so much better than anybody ever, anybody in his time period, and still better than anybody today by like miles and miles. It's not even.
How's that possible? Isn't it like Wayne Gretzky? It was just the easier game, and people were not as talented or genetically.
You could make that argument, but he was in the same time period, so like, why would like, no matter what way you look at it, you mean? Yeah. So no matter what way you look at it, like, he just blew.
And he was still dropping bombs.
It was crazy. But here's the thing, like, in basketball, and I know people don't like this argument, but I think it's true. Like, Michael Jordan, right? Yeah, sure. But you can still make an argument for LeBron. Like, I think most people would agree it's Jordan, but like you could make good arguments for LeBron James. Like it's not that far off. You could talk about different eras and there were different skills and whatever, but like either way you look at it, like dude, LeBron is legitimately a very good basketball player. If he's not one, he's two. Like that's just how it is. In football, right? It's Brady. But man, there was a lot of really good quarterbacks too. Like I don't know.
John
I still
Elway,
look at
Steve.
like Peyton Manning's it's like 2013 season. Dude, he threw 55 touchdown passes and had like 5,500 yards passing in 2013. That's fucking asinine. No one has been close to that. Dude, this year
Yeah,
we're
because he's
talking
just
about
throwing through everywhere.
it was
Through
not even. It
everybody.
was like no one's close. Like this year, we're talking about Matt Stafford, arguably being the MVP, right? Because he's had such like a good season. He threw for like 1,200 less yards and like 15 less touchdown passes. Like it's not close. It wasn't. It's not close. Now I know that's just one season, but like Peyton Manning was really good all the time. But also like Drew Brees was really good, and also Joe Montana was really good, and you could start
Aaron
breaking it down
Rodgers.
in different eras. And Aaron Rodgers was really good in his prime, and like. And that's the other thing is Tom Brady did it for so long. Like, was it the longevity that made his numbers look so eye popping? Because he did it for 25 seasons or whatever the fuck he was in the league for. Like, there's all these different arguments. You can start making cases. I think it's Brady, but like, man, there were a lot of other really good players in the NBA. It's Jordan, but like LeBron's really fucking good.
I say Brady for football because I was just sick of seeing him play football. Like, I was just like, God, dude, you're
Yeah,
so good.
the thing with Brady though is like some people you'll start making arguments like the argument
We're in
for
agreement
Jordan.
that football's a harder sport than all these other sports, correct? Like other than like
I think it's
racing.
more. I think it's more complex. Yeah, I think there's more to it. But like, here's the thing: like, you can make the argument for Jordan because of the championships, right? He has more championships. But championship could be it's a team stat, right? There's that argument, and like, but LeBron's kind of got like the stats, or like even if you want to put like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in there, he's got the stats, right? So like now
So do you
there's
fire
individual. Well,
McDermott if the Bills lose because Josh Allen has won more playoff games than anybody else and not won a Super Bowl?
Here's the thing with McDermott because I understand people not liking Sean McDermott, but I think it's so easy to understand that you can go so far the opposite direction. Sean McDermott is one thing I don't like about him. His time management sucks. He throws timeouts away like they're fucking candy. But like, here's the thing: Sean McDermott is legitimately a very good head coach in the NFL. He won a lot of football games. He completely turned the franchise around. They continue to win a lot of football games. This never seems to be the case. I think you could make a better argument for firing Brandon Beane than Sean McDermott because the roster outside of Josh Allen is absolute dog shit. The defense is awful.
You
It's
think
all
like the only reason they're winning is because of Allen and McDermott?
the reason they're winning is Josh Allen. We do have James Cook. That's a nice player.
Leader of the rushing title or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he's a nice player. I don't want to say like Josh Allen has nobody, but like if you look at receivers, they're not great. The offensive line's okay. The tight ends are okay. The running game is great. But then defensively, like it's not good. It doesn't work. It doesn't really fit together. I just don't. I think the roster is lacking, and you can only do so much with a lacking roster. So Josh Allen
So
has
what do
to
you?
throw the cape on. Sean McDermott has to just get the best out of his guys, and I just don't think it works.
All right, I'll take that. Yeah, because what do you do? Run the rock and then fucking
Like,
smoke them with tight ends, and then maybe get
yeah,
a
I mean,
wide out
well,
on the
that's what the
outside or
team
something.
is. The team is almost designed that you want Josh Allen to be a game manager, and like that's not where his strong suit is because
He's a
the team is designed to pound the rock, play action, throw to the tight ends. And then, and the other aspect of that is usually teams that play that style of offense have a complementary defense that you don't have to go throw 40 points up. But it's so hard to throw 40 points up by pounding the rock and using play action. Like the team needs explosive receivers. It just doesn't have it.
And the reason we have to pound the rock and play action is there's no receiver.
Because there's no fucking receivers. Because otherwise we'd just be
If
fucking
there was a
lights out.
receiver, it'd be fucking done because you could run it with a play action, bomb a tight end, and smoke a
Yeah,
receiver.
and everything complements each other. So now you get a deep threat because you got some good receivers. Now the run game's even better. Actually, the
Yeah.
fact that the run game's good now is almost astonishing because there is no deep threat. Like you could just stack the box against our team because you know we're not going deep. We're not going to do it. We can't. Put your corners on our guys. You're going to win.
So you got to beat him with the tight ends over the middle or like
Yeah,
on
and
the
I think this is
post.
actually more of an argument why Josh Allen, even though
He's the
like there's
greatest quarterback of all time.
well, I think I'm looking at all these people talking about different MVP choices, and I'm sorry, nobody does more with less than Josh Allen.
I mean, he's in the fucking playoffs, dude. Like on willpower.
I legitimately don't think Drake May would make the playoffs on the Bills, and he's like everybody's MVP choice. I
Is
literally don't think he'd be in the playoffs.
is that what you're equating this to? So why is it? So then here's the choice to you. There, did Mahomes not make the playoffs because he sucks just as bad as everybody else? Like he's not good enough to elevate everybody like Allen would. Like imagine Allen on Andy Reid's.
Maybe,
Imagine
maybe.
Allen and Kelsey, dude. Like
I
maybe
think part of it
is this a Brady argument right here? Like Brady always had people
Brady,
would
yes, Brady. Well, I think Brady always elevated the people around him. I don't think Brady ever. I mean, yes, there was the exception. He did have Randy Moss for a year, so don't get me wrong. It's not like he never had receivers, but like I don't know, Wes Welker, Danny Amendola, fucking Julian Edelman. Like these are okay guys. They're gritty, like
Gronk.
good slot dudes. But like outside receivers though, like other than Randy Moss for 1 year, Brady didn't have shit to work with. And he never even I mean, he had a couple years of some pretty decent run games, but they were never like a super dominant run game. And yeah, he had Gronk and I mean, there was the year he had Gronk
Gronk and the murderer.
and Aaron Hernandez. And I don't know what year that was. I think that was after Randy Moss.
They fucked the Bills up that year. I
But
remember that.
well, yeah. I mean, but Brady was that guy. He elevated everybody around him. But I think not only with his play, he elevated everybody around him because, dude, have you ever heard some of these stories, like these Tom Brady stories told from other players, where it'd be like, they'll like show up to the facility at like 5:30 in the morning to get a workout in, and Brady's just like fucking studying film, like with the lights off. It's like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Do you ever go home?
I just want to be the greatest.
Crazy. But that kind of shit like drives other people. It's like, dude, if this guy's fucking this serious, like I need to get serious because. And there was the kind of like there was a lot of accountability, right? Tom Brady held his dudes accountable. Like, dude, if I'm throwing you this fucking ball, you better be fucking like there are no excuses. This thing is hitting you in the chest. You better come away with it. And if you don't, like, go fucking sit on the sideline. I'll start throwing to somebody else. Like, we're not fucking around.
I get paid by throwing the ball. I'll catch the ball.
You get paid to catch. I get paid.
I
To
heard
throw.
Belichick wants back in the NFL, dude.
Dude, he just needs to retire.
Terrifying.
He needs to retire.
That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, dude.
He
Here's
got
the
his
thing.
balls trained by like a 20-year-old dude and is on TRT, and he
Fucking
feels like
goat.
he's fucking ready.
The
He's
problem I have,
half-cocked,
like, with some of
Viagra
these
snorted,
dudes,
Dave.
some of these dudes, I just think they overstay. Like, you could make a case for Bill Belichick being like the greatest coach of all time, like even with John Madden, and I know Andy Reid would be in that conversation, Don Shula, and all these people, but like it gets harder to make that claim the longer they stay in and look pathetic. Like the last few years of Belichick coaching, the team didn't look the same. It didn't have its same, and everyone thought maybe it's because Brady was losing it. But then Brady went to Tampa and fucking won a Super
And
Bowl.
fucking won a Super Bowl. It's
So it's like, okay,
crazy.
maybe it wasn't Brady. But
Crazy.
and then he gets fired by the Patriots, which is embarrassing. And then he takes a coaching job in college, and that team is just absolute garbage. And it's like, okay, now you're starting to like. We were all for this idea that you were maybe the greatest coach of all time, and now it's like over the last 5 years, you've started to disprove that. Oh, and I think at some point you just kind of like you lose it a little bit. I don't.
You just fade into a
You
ghost.
should have just retired 5 years ago, or whatever the number would have been.
Fucked a 20-year-old 5 years ago. Is what you're telling me?
No, you keep doing that, but like 5, just stop coaching.
Coach girls.
I hope that doesn't be.
He's gonna coach girls volleyball at like a college.
I hope that doesn't become the case with like Andy Reid. I could see Andy Reid. Dude, Andy Reid took the Eagles to 4 straight NFC championships and 1 Super Bowl. And then he took the Chiefs to like another 4 straight or 5 straight AFC championships. And it's like, that's impressive as hell to coach at that level. I mean, you're coaching against other people that are also professional coaches to just dominate for that long.
What makes him so good? I didn't know that.
Andy Reid?
Yeah. You know?
I don't know what makes anybody that good. I mean, it's like he does have this kind of like this offensive like genius mindset surrounding him. Like that seems to be like what everyone claims. I don't know. I think great coaches probably, if you were to sit there and study them, they have probably a lot of things in common. And it's probably a lot of like really basic stuff that people probably think it's like the super like in-depth something, and it's probably a lot of basics, like just basic holding people accountable. And I mean, the thing people miss with head coaching too, I think this
Like,
is,
dude, what's your secret? Discipline. It's like a Jocko
accountability is literally my secret. Like, fucking, we're gonna run this play until you fucking make it happen. I don't care if your legs fall off. But I think that's part of it. I don't know. A lot of people, I think a big issue, if I owned a team and I had to hire a coach, or if I was a GM and I had to hire a coach, I think the biggest mistake everybody makes when they hire a coach is they always look at like their play calling as a coordinator, and they think that translates to head coaching, and they're different worlds.
Which is why Daboll fell off in New York.
Sure, which is why Brian Daboll didn't work and Mike McDaniel didn't work. And I mean, you can literally sit here and go through the entire list. The New Orleans Saints with Kellen Moore, they're a fucking shitstorm in a bad division. And dude, he was the Eagles coordinator last year, and the offense, dude, look how good the Eagles offense was last year, and look how bad it is this year. All they lost was Kellen Moore. But he goes to be a head coach, and the team he's coaching is dog shit. So it's like there's so much that meshes and coordinates to be these things. That just being a good coordinator doesn't mean you're going to be a good coach. There's different things involved. I think people, I don't know. I just don't think people for a long time, and I can't remember what the guy's name was. He was the Chiefs, might still be the Chiefs offensive coordinator forever. Eric Bieniemy, maybe. For the longest time, every time there was a head coaching vacancy, everyone's like, oh, Eric Bieniemy should be the guy, right? And he would go and he would interview and he would never get hired. So then the question is like, why is this offensive genius like never getting hired? And, if you ask people like RG3, they'd say, well, it's because he's black. Well, that's retarded. There's black head coaches in the NFL. Something didn't click. Like, in the interview process, he was like, something didn't make sense. Like, something didn't pass the sniff test. Not everybody's a good head coach just because they're a good coordinator. And some people could be like a linebacker coach, and they might be the best. They might be the best candidate for a head coaching job. I think it's different. It's kind of like the guy who makes the best pizza might not be the best guy to own the pizza place. You know what I mean? Because like,
yes, great worker, bad businessman.
Yeah, like you're not just making pizza anymore. Like there's a lot more that you need to do. Like in fact, I don't want you touching a pizza. Like I want you to teach 10 people how to make the pizza as good as you. But now you need to just run the business. Like you don't need to be making the pizza. And he might suck at.
You need to make as many people making pizza.
He might have to just be making. Like you should just be making the pizza. So people make this argument all the time. I've heard Eve make this argument before when we're talking about things. Like, if somebody takes like a management position and like, well, they never did the job before. Okay, well, that doesn't necessarily disqualify them from management. Because they're not there to do your job. They're there to do their job, which is completely different.
To get you to do their
it's completely different. A lot of CEOs were never like the CEO of McDonald's probably wasn't frying fries. But the guy who's frying fries is not going to be the best choice to be the CEO of McDonald's. Like it's just they're different skill sets. Whenever you get people in positions, who the hell did Trump appoint for the Department of Education? It was like Linda McMahon or something. It's like Vince McMahon's daughter. She's like in the WWE. She was a wrestler. Like, dude, what the fuck? What do you mean? She was never a teacher, right? This was the argument. Okay, but she doesn't need to be a teacher to head the Department of Education. She needs to be good at being the head of something. It's not the same skill.
It's interesting. So we think the Bills got the Jags, is what you're telling me.
I think, well, I think they can do it, yeah. I think they can do it because I think Josh Allen's going to be playoff Josh Allen, which is very different.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, if that guy just like kicks it, like if I'm watching the game on Sunday and he just like starts doing crazy shit, it's gonna be like draw his blood. Like I like not to test for drugs, but like what, dude? What are you? It's like the Kobe when Kobe had the Mamba mentality shit. It's like, dude, what are you on?
There is something about that. Like there are some people that are just fucking clutch. Like just when that's the one thing about Mahomes. Like, dude, no matter what, like when it's on the line and it matters the most, that guy steps up. It's kind of, and like the opposite is true with Lamar Jackson, dude. If nobody's more dangerous than Lamar Jackson.
Did he throw a pick at the end of the game? Like they were driving, threw a pick at the game.
I didn't catch the end. I mean, I saw the missed, whatever. But like, dude, nobody's more dangerous than Lamar Jackson when the Ravens are up 20 points. Because he's just out there fucking balling out. But dude, if you need somebody to bring you back, like fucking get him off the field. Like, don't even let him touch the ball. Dude, if it's a clutch up moment, he is not the fucking guy. But he's crazy skilled. I mean, he's an incredible talent. He's crazy to watch. But if it matters, he can't seem to fucking do it. It's weird.
I heard a thing about Mahomes that they had those Whoop bracelets on him, or one of the neck things.
What are those?
They're like the biometric meters,
like to track like
your heartbeat and stuff.
Heart rate?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he would wear it during the game, and they tracked it over the most intense moments of the game.
And you could see like a nice steady like heart rate.
It got lower.
What? Fucking no way. For real?
Look it up. Yeah, look it up. I never looked it up, but Chris Williamson said it, so he's pretty well verified. But I want to know more about this. But apparently, if I remember correctly, Chris Williamson said that during those those moments of like super high intensity and everybody's loud, his heart rate is actually the lowest.
Holy shit!
It's like
Patrick Mahomes. I've never heard this before. This is cool. Uses a Whoop fitness tracker, providing data showing his heart rate spikes significantly during intense plays like rushing for a touchdown, but also drops low during critical drives, indicating focus, not panic.
Crazy. The human body is crazy.
What? High peaks, heart rate jumped to 191 BPM during a rushing touchdown and reached 171 BPM on a crucial touchdown pass. Flow state moments, his heart rate dropped as low as 79 BPM during intense periods, showing deep focus and calmness under pressure, not stress, according to fitness experts. During a game-winning drive, his heart rate neared 170 BPM, showing maximum effort. Yo, that's actually crazy.
I was at the stair stepper, got up to 158 today. 170 is fucking nuts.
Dude, he said 191 for one of them. You know what's actually really cool about that? Now, I don't know if anyone does this or not, but like knowing now, me just like immediately finding out that this technology it exists. If I'm a GM or a scout and I'm scouting somebody, dude, I'm whooping the fucking shit out of like, dude, whoop up because I want to see what you look like when it matters. I don't know if that's a thing you can do.
Whoop will also track like if you drink alcohol and your recovery and your REM sleep, and it's like you buy them and then there's a subscription to it because it's basically like an app that's like it just is always reading your shit.
So it's like
it's a bio.
Yeah, well, it's like any smartwatch, but like on steroids, like way better.
It's the only one that is like actually accurate. Those smartwatches are not accurate with your heart rate or nothing, which is why all these athletes use the Whoop.
No, but they are good enough if you're just following trends.
They're good enough
You
to
know what I mean?
not. Yeah, they're
Yeah,
good enough to market it as like something a fitness tracker.
yeah.
But
But if
Whoop
you're
will like there's drinking, like it knows based on your sleep that you had alcohol, and then like you can input that in there. I
really
listened to the lady that invented Whoop. She was on the Diary of the CEO podcast about health and wellness. And dude, she's like in her 40s and looks like maybe late 20s, early 30s. But she's like an athlete and all sorts of shit. And but she got into fitness and like helped make this thing. She's like a either marketer director or whatever. But
okay, that's kind of crazy.
yeah.
Well, I've never even heard of Whoop. First of
Because they
all,
have those Aura rings. I was looking at one of those. I want a fitness tracker. It's kind of
Mhm.
why I've looked at them for a while, but those Aura rings are kind of pricey. They're like $600,
Okay,
$400, and then you pay a subscription for that as well. And it looks more like jewelry. I can't really necessarily wear
you mean
like
like
metal
when you
jewelry.
say a ring? Like, are you talking like an actual ring? Like it just goes on your
Yeah,
finger or
like a
something?
jewel. Yeah, yeah,
For real?
yeah. They're
And it
sweet.
transmits all that same data?
Yeah, they're probably a little bit better than the Apple watches. I haven't seen necessarily data. I do know that all those watches, the fitness bands, and um, just get a Whoop, from my understanding.
Sure.
But we are not advertised. But um,
Not by Whoop, at least.
no. But yeah, it's because they're like impartial or they don't read the right stuff or however. I don't know. That lady on the Whoop podcast broke it down. They put a lot of data and time into perfecting that. But yeah, I looked at the Aura rings because they were like a good, it'd be. I'm like, it'd be kind of cool to have like a ring, like to fashion sense. But
What what's subscription wise? Like, what's that? Is it like $10 a month or like what are we talking?
yeah, some 10, 14. I don't know.
Nothing super crazy.
No, I mean it's like a
And then
like a
presumably there's like
Netflix.
an app and it graphs everything and tracks all the shit. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I never heard that thing about Mahomes before, but that's crazy. But that dude, that does make sense. Like I can watch it on camera. So like when I watch him in critical moments, I could see that. So it makes sense. I
Now
do
you
get
know that it's gonna make it so dope to
yeah,
watch like a game-winning drive of
I
like
kind
Josh
of get
Allen
the
lock
sense,
in.
yeah, a little bit, but Josh Allen also has that little bit of jumpiness in him. And I think if he could just a like not super bad, but like if he could just tone it down in a tense moment just a little bit, it'd probably be good for him. Sometimes he does get a little too hyped up. You could see it. Like, dude, on that in the Eagles game, on that throw to Khalil Shakir on the 2-point conversion try, you could tell he got a little jumpy, released it a little quick. It just missed him a little bit.
He's like, I got it. We won. And
Yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't.
yeah. But
Yeah.
if he kind of settled in a little bit, I think he would have been. I think he probably would have hit it.
Yeah, if he would have planted his
Like,
feet.
dude, that's what I'm talking about. Like, dude, that play right there. Like, as much as I think Josh Allen overall is a better quarterback, but than anybody, that play there, Mahomes hits every time. It's just a different dude. Those clutch moments, I'm telling you, they're just so different. And Lamar probably would have thrown it backwards. Like I just it's bad.
And Joe Burrow would have just stood there.
Joe Burrow would have got sacked and probably broke both of his ankles. Uh, Ryan, couple things worth noting. Today is January 6th. I don't know if anyone remembers.
I
No,
remember it.
nothing happened on that day. Um, Does everyone remember January 6th? Because I feel like now that we're years removed, this isn't surprising. But like, if you go on and scroll like any social media, and you start seeing posts about January 6th, the 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 it was always like strong. Like the narrative control was always really strong. But now that there's like a little bit of memory hole, right? Because we're 5 years in. Uh, man, like if you didn't remember it specifically, the way that day went down would seem so different now. Because you would think like a bunch of armed civilians showed up to the Capitol and just started mowing people down. Like the things I'm hearing is it's fucking asinine. Does everyone remember? Okay, January 6th, right? A bunch of protesters show up to the Capitol, okay, because of Donald Trump, who cares about democracy in Venezuela, but not really so much here, because he was cheated out of an election. All these people show up, and Trump, peacefully and patriotically, make your voices heard, right? And we're all going to the Capitol, and then Trump gets in a limo or a fucking car, and then he gets driven somewhere else. I suspect, probably out of his control. They probably said, "You're absolutely not going to the Capitol." But like there were a lot of people there, some of which were feds. None of these people were armed. Okay, we're talking about the right wing of America, the most armed society in civilization in history, right, of the world. Like we literally have more guns than anybody ever. So you would think if we're going to overthrow our government, we would
Leave 'em at home.
show up with at least a few guns. Like there'd be some guns.
DC is a gun-free zone, David. So
Yes. Well,
law-abiding
they're all
citizens.
criminals. They're not. They're not law-abiding, right? They're all criminals. Remember, they were trying to overthrow the government. So you would think they would be bringing some firearms, but they didn't. They must have forgot them at home or whatever the case may be. They were let inside the doors, but of course, everyone is claiming that we breached the Capitol, and by breached, the security there opened the door. As far as violence on January 6th goes, my memory of that day, and certainly they're trying to change everybody's memories, but my memory of that day is that one person died, and it was an unarmed protester. It was not a bunch of Capitol police officers. It was not a bunch of politicians. The one person died on January 6th at the Capitol, and it was an unarmed protester. I don't know, like how many. It's not surprising that they would try to lie to everybody and tell everybody that what had happened had not happened. In fact, this is which operation was this, Ryan? Is this a little MK Ultra, but it was also yeah, Little Mockingbird. There, what was what? I think that was MK Ultra. I was trying to think of the how Manson was involved. I think that was MK Ultra, where they were using LSD and
Midnight Climax, David.
Midnight Climax. They were
part of MK
replacing.
Ultra, I think.
They were replacing people's memories, not gaslighting. I know what gaslighting is. They were like actually scientifically erasing people's memories and installing different ones at a military scientific level. Like that's what they're trying to do with January 6th. They're trying to literally make you forget, without the LSD, forget your memories of that day.
What's in the water again, David?
It's just some stuff that makes frogs gay, right?
Some gay frog
Just
juice.
a little bit of gay frog juice, that's all. Don't forget. Don't forget your own memories. Like, don't question yourself. Like, wait a minute, I thought, like, don't ever get yourself caught in that. Because if you're watching the news or if you're scrolling social media and you see something about like, I don't know, a protester who killed a Capitol police officer or something, be like, wait a minute, I don't seem to remember that. Brian Sicknick. Was that the Capitol police officer who died of a heart attack that everyone claimed was killed by protesters? Am I wrong about this? I could be wrong about that name. Get a rope. You might have stumped me here. It sounds familiar. Police officer. Brian Sicknick. Yeah, this is the guy who died from a heart attack, is it not? And then they claimed he was fucking attacked by the Horrific attack on the Capitol. Savagely beating officers. Here's the United States Capitol Police. This is a .org. Medical examiner finds USCP officer Brian Sicknick died of natural causes. This is one of the guys that they tried to claim was beaten to death by Capitol protesters. And I think there were a couple others too. The USCP accepts findings from the District of Columbia's office that Chief Medical Examiner that Officer Brian Sicknick died of natural causes. This does not change the fact that Officer Sicknick died in the line of duty, courageously defending Congress and the Capitol. The department continues to mourn the loved one. So, Officer Sicknick joined the department in 2008, March 14th. Moortown. Yeah, they don't say specifically, but I do remember that. I think he died from a heart attack. Again, this is what I'm talking about though. Like this is how they will make you question yourself. Like, well, what about Brian Sicknick? He was savagely beaten to death. And it's like, no, he died from a heart attack. But he happened to be working at the Capitol that day, so died in the line of duty. Okay.
Ministry of Truth, David.
Just like all the people during COVID who died with COVID, right? Not because of COVID, with COVID. That guy died in a car accident. Yeah, but he had COVID. Yeah, but I think it was the impact that killed him, not the COVID.
Shark bites with COVID, David.
Yeah, shark bites with COVID. I don't know. That guy died from COVID. Yeah, but he was eaten by a shark. Yeah, but the COVID really got him. Just don't.
This guy was.
Yeah, just don't let these people like change your memories. Like you know what's in here. Like kind of. I'm not saying you should never question yourself, but like kind of be a little firm in the fact that you're like, dude, I lived it. Like, don't tell me what I lived is wrong. Just trust your senses. I've been saying this forever. You need to trust your senses. If you saw it with your eyes, they're in your head. Like, why do people see things with their eyes and then watch the news and be like, oh, I guess it was not the thing I saw? Like, your eyes saw it. Why are you watching the news to see what your eyes saw? It's so weird. It's so weird to me that people like don't trust themselves. Like you watched it fucking happen. We all watched January 6th. Like every single one of us saw January 6th.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What am I wrong about?
You are wrong.
I pulled up the Capitol Police's thing. It's from that. It's from them. Why would they not lie about it? And that when it was examined by a medical examiner who also said, I don't. And by the way, if I'm wrong about the heart attack part, that's me trying to remember 5 years ago. But I do remember that it was not beaten to death like the media tried to claim. Ryan, the CDC. I will say, let me say this. Under President Trump, I think we've been critical and we've praised him and been critical at times when we thought it was necessary, right? I can say this: out of all the things Trump has done, probably in the top 5 of the best things Trump has done in this administration, was hiring John F. Kennedy Jr. Robert Kennedy Jr. He's been outstanding. He's been everything he said he was going to be. Out of everybody in the administration, and I think you could claim Tulsi Gabbard has been pretty good too. RFK Jr. has literally been exactly what he said he was going to be. Like he has been the most upfront, the most transparent. He has done exactly what he said he was going to do. He has been the best pick in the Trump administration so far. The CDC announced an unprecedented overhaul of the childhood vaccine schedule, a significant shift that recommends fewer shots for all kids. Now, of course, the scientific community, the medical community, Ryan, is going crazy because naturally they get paid to administer shots. I'm sure that's not why. Is this a bad thing? Like we're still vaccinating. The thing I find fascinating is like all these leftists who want to be exactly like Europe. When we start taking a step that's somewhat like Europe, then they'll hate it. It's like, well, we're just doing like if you tried to do a European school system, people on the left who want to be Europe would lose their fucking mind. If you do a European style vaccine schedule for children, the left is losing their mind. What do you mean we're not going to give somebody at 6 months 10 shots? Let me see if I can bring this up here. RFK
If
Jr.
autism and Down syndrome, the thing with the Down syndrome thing, how come they all look alike?
People with Down syndrome?
Yeah, they all kind of look. I don't know, like maybe it's the genetic pool of Down syndrome people I've seen. Like that's why it's like, is it really genetic, or they were like something happened to their genes? Like
well, I think that's what Down syndrome is, right? Like
yes,
that is the look of Down, unless you're talking about something else. But
yeah, no, like the look of Down syndrome. It's just very interesting because I don't think there's many ailments that like make us all look the same for being vastly different.
Well, it's kind of like in the same way that chicken pox makes everyone look like they have chicken pox, if that makes sense. Like it's just
I know. I mean, short of like a cleft lip, but like
everyone with, for example, people who have severe strokes, right? They droop. Like it's part of.
Look, I get it. I'm just saying, isn't it weird? Like, isn't it weird? Like Parkinson's, we shake.
Sure.
Like it's weird. It's fucking weird.
You mean it's weird that like things like that happen in general?
Well, besides that, I don't know. Parkinson's is like a neurological disease or whatever. But what the fuck started it? Is it like a bacteria or something? I don't know. I think it's weird that all the Down syndrome people look alike. Not weird in a bad way, but it's just like I can't think of like another thing that grips humans that makes us all kind of like look the same. And I'm not talking like shaking or like your face drooping. Like they grow up to look the same. Like they get older and look the same. Like short of getting fat, gray hair, getting shorter and dying, humans kind of all look different. But not that genetic thing. I don't know. I'm not expecting anything. I just thought it was a weird thing. Like
yeah, I don't know. I never really thought about it. I think the way I'm looking at it is
it's just a part of the disorder.
Part of it. Yeah, that's what it does. Yeah.
That's weird. That's fucking weird. Dude, imagine if you woke up and everybody had blonde hair tomorrow. You'd be like, why has everybody got blonde hair?
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like if there was a disease out there that made everyone's hair blonde, then it would make sense because it's like, oh, you must have that disease. I mean, like jaundice makes people yellow. Like it's because you have jaundice.
Why do they look like that?
Well, I can explain why jaundice makes you yellow, but why Down syndrome makes you look that I don't know.
I got to do the deep dive on the 23andMe chromosome count.
I do know it's something with chromosomes, right? Isn't it a lack of chromosomes? Is that what Down, or is it too many extra chromosomes? RFK Jr. overhauls childhood vaccine schedule to resemble Denmark's in unprecedented move. The new U.S. guidelines recommend all children get vaccines for 11 diseases compared with the 18 including COVID during the previous schedule. The fact the old schedule was recommending COVID shots for infants is fucking crazy. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention on Monday announced that an unprecedented overhaul of the childhood vaccine schedule recommended fewer shots for all children. Under the change, effective immediately, the vaccine schedule will more closely resemble Denmark's, recommending all children get vaccines for 11 diseases compared with 18. The loss of trust during the pandemic not only affected the COVID-19 vaccine uptake, it also contributed to less adherence to the full CDC childhood immunization schedule, with lower rates of consensus vaccines such as measles, rubella, pertussis, and polio. The assessment said there is a need for more and better science. I think people are getting really sick of the whole science thing. Like, not of science. I actually like science. I think it's super cool.
Just bought for science by corporations and big
bought and paid for
lobbyists and big
corporate
pharma.
science. Yeah, for sure. But also like the authoritarian science, like if that makes like, dude, if you're
Like we
scientist,
took a test and you can't own a gun.
yeah, sure, yeah, something like that, or like just like the
So
religious,
they'll take your civil liberties because you're not allowed to.
just like the constant like demand that you follow science. It just gets, I guess when you do, it's not even necessarily based. It really actually has nothing to do with science. I think anytime you constantly demand somebody does something, the natural inclination is that I'm gonna just ignore that and do the opposite, because you're constantly demanding I do it, and it's like at some point we're like, no, I'm not. I'm just not fucking doing it anymore. Like you keep telling me I have to do it, like I'm not gonna do it. I think that's a natural human reaction, or maybe that's me. Maybe that's a disagreeability thing, right? I don't know, but maybe some people are like, oh yeah, fuck, trust.
Jesus was very agreeable, Dave.
It was disagreeable. I don't think agreeable people end up on the cross, Ryan. In Denmark, vaccines for the flu, COVID, RSV, chickenpox, hepatitis A, rotavirus, and meningitis aren't included in the childhood schedule. Denmark also recommends some shots, including vaccinations for polio, diphtheria? I've never even heard of that. Tetanus and whooping cough on a slightly different timeline. The CDC said it will continue to recommend that all children get vaccines for measles, mumps, rubella, polio, pertussis, tetanus, diphtheria, HIB. Holy fucking, I can't pronounce any of this shit. Pneumococcal disease, Ryan, HPV, and chickenpox. Other vaccines, however, will be recommended for high-risk groups. Yeah, so really the change, it's not anything out of like line. That's the thing that I don't understand. Like, does Denmark not trust the science? Is this what we're supposed to believe? Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand. Just explain it to me. That's fine. Like, I would love to talk to a doctor about this. Like, do you think children in Denmark are less healthy than children here? Do children in Denmark, what's the life? Dude, I don't even need to ask the doctor. Let's ask the AI, Ryan. Let's ask everything we're thinking. Children in Denmark versus children in the U.S. What are life expectancy differences, right? That would matter.
Average screen time, average education, reading level, rather.
Well, I'm looking more like medically, actually. You know what I mean? Like, what's the obesity
rate?
Autism rate.
Yeah, like disabilities.
Yeah, let's just start with those. I could be, we could be wrong live. I don't know. I don't actually know, right? Denmark, approximately 81 to 82 years is the life expectancy. The United States is 79 to 80. Denmark has a 2 to 3 year advantage on average life expectancy. Okay, so Denmark 1-0. Obesity rates. Denmark is around 5 to 9%. United States is around
1 and 3.
16 to 20%. The United States rates are 2 to 3 times higher than Denmark.
That's obesity in children.
That's obesity in children. Holy fuck. Are you ready for this one?
Well,
holy shit. Denmark. Estimated. Dude, there's no fucking way. In Denmark, the estimation is that 1 in 100 children have autism. Okay? 1 in 100. United States, the estimate is 1 in 30. Holy fuck. Wow. Dude, I'm getting sick of it. I'm getting sick of this too. This is always like the cover up for this. Well, the US reported rates are 2 to 3 times higher, but experts attribute much of this to broader US diagnostic criteria. Okay. They say that with the Amish too. Well, it's just not diagnosed. There's autistic Amish people. It's just not diagnosed. Oh, okay. Perfect. I don't know. That sounds like correlation doesn't equal causation, experts. Isn't that what we're always fucking told? Yeah, that's crazy. That was just those 3 metrics, but that's fucking madness.
Just the life expectancy. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's 3-year difference. Although considering the fact we're 3 times as likely to be obese, maybe ours is more impressive. I don't know. Like, shouldn't ours be atrociously low by comparison? Like, we're the fat country. Shouldn't we be way less? Maybe Denmark should be like 100. Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys are doing it wrong. You guys should be fat and you'd live 3 years less, but at least you'd be. I don't know.
society's so great you can be fat and still live to 80,
Yeah,
dude.
like
It's
fuck, dude.
great.
We can be fat and not fat at the same time. We got Ozempic. I don't know. I'm just it's just
I
weird
always
to
chop
me.
cocaine and Ozempic down with each other, so I stay
It's
ultra skinny.
it's kind of I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to me. It's weird to me that like everyone wants to be Europe, but then RFK is like, okay, let's be like Europe. Let's do their vaccine schedule. Oh, you're gonna kill children. It's like okay, but like I don't know. I just looked and children less
Live
fat, less
longer.
autistic, live longer. So like I don't know. There's probably a billion other factors, but I'm just saying it clearly isn't that devastating to have 7 less vaccines for an infant. It's not that devastating. Maybe it's not why they're. I'm sure that's not
The
why
one
they're
that
letting
never
it
made sense to me was hepatitis.
happen. Hepatitis,
Yeah,
because it's. I see
it's
what
a
you mean
blood
because
to
it's not.
blood. It's a
Yeah.
blood to blood fucking
Well,
thing. So like the only way
yeah,
you're
but
gonna
it's.
contact it is shared drug use, or like if you come in contact with somebody who has hepatitis in your blood.
I agree with you, but the reason you do it is in case something were to happen where you were like. I can give you an example. When I detailed, okay. I don't know if I ever told
You
you the
would get it
story.
as an adult. I mean, you would
Well,
get it.
you can get it whenever, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying for a kid, like why does the drug vaccine got to be given to the kid?
Oh, why did? Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, why not
Yeah,
wait
like
till they're
I can.
fucking
Yeah,
18?
like
Like, who cares?
7. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah, like why? I can wait for a rabies shot, but I can't wait on the hepatitis.
Yeah, I know. I see what you're saying, but
That's like
I do also understand why you would administer it because if something were to happen, you would want them to be protected. So, like, I do see both sides of this. Um, but no, I like it can happen to anybody. But no, I agree. Like, I don't know. I don't really know if a toddler needs to get a fucking hepatitis. I don't know. Keep them away from dirty tattoo needles and fucking heroin needles. Like, maybe don't take them to the tattoo parlor or get a better tattoo artist. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, you shouldn't be getting hepatitis. Parent your child. Uh, Ryan, one last thing before we go. Dan Bongino.
is he
Dan Bon,
shooting on air again?
yeah, he's going to be making his return. But this is annoying. Dan Bongino, if everyone remembers correctly, this is what I remember, and again, my memory could be wrong. Dan Bongino was like I don't know, should I say like a us? Like he came on and I don't know, he just never seemed like a guy who was like afraid to question a narrative. Like that was kind of his thing, right? Like he was going to come on and go full head, steam ahead and kind of if I fucking rock the boat a little bit, then I rock the boat. I don't care. The truth is the truth. That's what matters the most. But then he goes away to the FBI, and I don't know his time there did not seem like time well spent, I would say, to put it very nicely. And now he's coming back to the podcast scene, and his thing is, he has said that he is going to, this is his words, he has declared war on black pillars and grifters who are trying to hijack the MAGA movement. Now, the people he's referring to are, well, for one,
Us,
the people like us.
black hoods.
People like Fuentes, people like Candace Owens, people like Tucker Carlson. He got into a spiff today with Matt Gaetz. Like, these are the type of people that he's coming for. He's not coming for the Shapiros of the world. He's just not. And I don't know, something about being like us and then going to the FBI and coming out like Shapiro bothers me.
Is it the psychological brainwashing, Dave?
I don't know what they did to him. Somebody did something to him. Somebody got dirt on him. Something happened because he fucking flipped quick. He had the number one show, right? Doing what we talk about, right? We're talking about Epstein didn't kill himself and all the global intergalactic fucking pedophile rings with ties to intelligence agencies, right? This is Dan Bongino before he goes to the FBI. We're doing all these things. We're doing the same things, talking about the same stuff. He goes there. He immediately flips. Oh, Epstein didn't kill himself. There's no evidence of that, and we don't even know about the files. And there's no files, and there's no list, and none of this stuff is real. And I've seen the file, and right, immediately plays cover up. And now he's going back to his podcast, and he's immediately just spineless Ben Shapiro. Like what are we talking about here? What happened? Who got the dirt on you? What dirt do they have on you? I don't believe that. Like, either you were lying before or you're lying now.
Meaning that he was lying to get the audience and make the money, and then go there for the position to get the
Maybe.
Or
was he always an intelligence asset? Like, how crazy do we have to play this?
Grassroots, David AstroTurf.
I don't know. I just don't. There's something about like this spinelessness. This just. I don't know. I can't do it. Like, I've said this before about Shapiro. Like, that's my biggest gripe with Shapiro. He's such a bitch. It's so annoying. What legitimately happened? Like, I literally want to know. Like, there should be a study. Like, how do you go from us, FBI Shapiro? Like, that was his journey.
He probably sucked off Bill Clinton with Trump.
It's annoying. Who knows what? Who blackmailed who? When did it start?
What's Candace Owens about this?
What? Let me say this. The only way I will take back everything I'm saying right now is if he gets on and does a show and immediately just like blows up the FBI, right? He, like, not physically, but like literally just like Edward Snowden, like just exposes everything and then just bounces to Russia, right? Like, just like that would be, they got paid. They sure fucking did get paid. I don't know if it's we've talked about this before. Get a Rope said they got paid. Very possible. I'll say this. Somebody of some actual stature, like somebody with some actual fucking balls, a little bit of actual spine, the money would never be enough. People used to make this claim with Trump, right? Like, he doesn't need their money. But the problem, and I think what people miss, is that everybody has, well, it's right. It's ancient Greece, right? Isn't it the Achilles heel? Everyone has an Achilles heel. Everyone has something that will make you do something. And for Trump, it could be somebody threatened his life and he don't want to die. And for Bongino, it could be maybe someone threatened his family. And for Kash Patel, maybe it is just money and this little fucking girl he's running around with. Maybe that's all Kash Patel needed, was he just needed a 7 out of 10. That seems to be a lot of A lot of these people that James O'Keefe interviews, it always seems to be like there's a 7 somewhere that'll get people to talk. It's the craziest thing. Everyone's got something. Maybe Bongino did just get paid. Maybe they were like, "How's a check for $10 million sound?" He was like, "Fuck, good enough to me." I don't
Yeah,
know.
you say, shut the fuck up. You'll have
Yeah,
healthcare forever. All right.
yes. A spineless worm would take a few million just to completely flip their positions. Maybe, but some people it takes more than that. I can tell you right now, someone walked up to me with a check for $10 million and said, "Fucking cash this, and you're gonna fucking go be Ben Shapiro." I'd be like, "Fuck you, no shot, no shot. I don't need your $10 million that bad." It'd be cool. Love to have $10 million. Be super cool. I'd buy all types of fun supercars. I'd go fucking buy a racetrack. Like, that's fine, but I'm not going to completely just be a spineless bitch for $10 million. It's not going to happen. But I can guarantee you, I wouldn't love somebody threatening people I love. I can tell you that. I wouldn't be a big fan of that.
See, here's David. Here's what you do with your 10 million. You take the 10 million.
Yeah.
Okay. You open up an organization. Okay. You
NGO.
invest the money in the organization. You become a business. You promote your ideas. You keep going. And then when you try to flip, you get shot in the neck like Charlie Kirk did.
Well, I don't love. I can tell there's physical evidence of it. I can tell you somebody who wasn't going to fold, and that guy was Charlie Kirk. And that's the ultimate price you pay when you don't fold. And some people like Charlie, dude. If that's literally how that went down, right? And I've seen some text messages and stuff that got leaked, and well, I'm not saying like me specifically. I'm the only one. I'm the only one who saw these leaked. Like everyone, we've all seen this. Um, but like we saw the leaked text messages, right? He told people to take their money and fucking shove it. And maybe it's just the timing of the thing, but like what happened happened. But it seems if once you look at the whole picture, that somebody told Charlie Kirk to get in line and say what we want you to say. He told them to shove it up their ass, and what happened to him happened to him. And it seems to me the opposite was the case with Dan Bongino. Somebody said, "Fucking get in line," and Dan Bongino said, "Yes, sir." And I can tell you my respect level completely changes for those people. Because while they were both alive, and I never didn't like Charlie Kirk, but I was never his biggest fan. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to pretend now that he's dead. Like, oh, I love Charlie Kirk more than you did. He was all right. I don't know. His thing was cool. Like, I like that he went to colleges to, change the mind of the youth. Like, that was a good idea. I liked the shtick. I like that. But like, he wasn't my favorite by any stretch of the imagination. He was okay. But man, seeing what happened now, I could tell you, big fan now. Because that was a dude with some fucking balls. Whether I agreed with him all the time or not, he stood for his shit. Bongino doesn't stand for his shit. Ben Shapiro doesn't stand for it.
They sit when they pee, David.
They probably do. I'm not gonna lie though. If you get a heated toilet seat, you will sit when you pee. Also, right?
God, I cannot believe that thing. It just doesn't.
It's glorious.
I fake took a shit there just to use
It's
the
it's
bidet.
it's great. Yeah, yeah, it's solid.
The vagina washer actually is nice too for the
I
balls.
haven't tried it, but
Yeah, that one was for everybody else. What more can you say? Go Bills.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck Dan Bongino. What do we expect? When's the podcast air of his?
Is he coming back? Let me grok this, Ryan. I'll AI this thing for you. Is it tomorrow? Oh, no exact return date's been announced, Ryan. No specific episode premiere or airtime confirmed. He's actively preparing his return which is likely within days or weeks, based on his tease. I bet he's back tomorrow.
If he was smart, he'd ride that.
The only reason I say that is Chris Pavlovsky, who's the CEO of Rumble, is like super teasing that tomorrow is a big day for creators and stuff. Now that could be something else. Maybe tomorrow Rumble's going to announce that the shorts thing is finally ready, which would be really cool because I've been talking about that for a year. And maybe that's what he's talking about. But it could also be he's referring about Bongino coming back. Or he could also be referring to the return of Steven Crowder because Crowder's coming back from his break. I don't really know what he's referring to, but he's kind of like teasing something tomorrow. We'll know more tomorrow, I guess.
Well, I guess we'll see. Until Dan Bongino bends my dick in half on the internet. Dave Ryan, December 1773. Catch us on Rumble, the greatest podcast and only podcast, David. I don't know if you know that. In human history, as always, David, I appreciate you most for your time. I'll see everybody later.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Ryan.
Fuck Dan Bongino.